You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hi, Bold and the Beautiful fans. I have got your early edition spoilers for February 3rd through the 7th. Poppy's sketchy past is exploding right in her face, and Steffy is playing Hope. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not subscribed, please click that little button. And as we always do on early edition day, we start with what's coming the rest of this week to set you up for the good stuff. Next week, on Wednesday, January 29th, we are neck deep in Who's the Daddy drama again, after Lee made it clear to Finn that Tom, Jack, and Bill are definitely none of them Luna's dad. Well, Finn has to get some answers for himself. He's going to demand that his Aunt Poppy come to his office at the hospital. I'm imagining that anytime she sees the hospital name pop up on her caller ID, she's probably like, what now? When Finn talked to Lee at the same time that Poppy was talking to Jack on Tuesday's episode, both Poppy and Finn looked uncomfortable when their shared past came up. You know, when Jack was saying, it was great that, we were always gone and you were there for Finn. And then Lee was talking to Finn about, that bond you had with your Aunt Poppy was so great. They were both looking so sketchy, so uncomfortable, so guilty. So Finn demands that Poppy tell him the truth, finally, about who is Luna's father. This guy is a doctor and he can't figure out Luna's birthday minus 9 months to be the time period that he was in his aunt's bed. Anyway, I guess math is failing him because he wants answers from Poppy. And remember, Jack just asked Poppy if she knew whose Luna's dad was, and she just refused to answer. She sidestepped that. So Finn is not going to take any sidestepping or, no for an answer if she doesn't want to give one. So Poppy asks why he wants to know, why he's asking about Luna, and Finn claps back saying she knows exactly why. And given how much B&B likes to repeat dialogue, I'd be stunned if we get anywhere on Wednesday. I expect this conversation to repeat on Thursday, possibly even on Friday. And I wonder if Poppy will fight Finn if he insists on a DNA test between him and Luna. And if Poppy just admits he's the dad, I hope Finn still insists on a DNA test. And it sounds like we're going to see more of the same Luna and Bill, with them chatting about their crummy childhoods and bad moms, even though we just had a flashback on Tuesday of Luna telling Poppy her childhood wasn't that bad. Not enough to justify double homicide. Luna tells Bill that she can help him and talks again about how well they understand each other. This is the same painful conversation we've been hearing for 3 weeks? I don't even know why they keep repeating the same stuff. It's exhausting. I guess they're just waiting on Finn to come get her at this point. Thursday, January 30th is the first day of February sweep, so hopefully the pace picks up. So Ridge is trying to lay out some rules of engagement, some expectations that he has when it comes to Steffi's secret plan to wage war against the people who stole the company and break up Hope and Carter so they can get back Forrester Creations. Ridge warns that Steffy and Daphne should keep their fight clean, but that doesn't sound fun at all, and it doesn't sound like something his daughter would do anyway. And since this is the first day of February sweeps, it seems very likely Steffy and Daphne will be fighting dirty. And I think Brad Bell said that the controversy with who is going to end up owning the company is over early in the year. So it may resolve by the end of February sweeps, which I think would be just dynamo. Carter and Hope did the Forresters dirty, stealing their company. So I think Steffy, as far as she's concerned, is happy just taking the gloves off and brawling bare knuckles and not pulling any punches. Ridge and Steffy spend time Thursday working over at her place. Maybe they're planning their big comeback hoping that either Steffy or Justin can wrestle Carter out of the LLC manager position and kick out CEO Brooke too. Friday, January 31st, I'm wondering if we're going to get a cliffhanger Friday moment of Finn running a DNA test and shock face and all that, like we had the prior week with Lee doing it. And, hopefully Bold's going to move a little faster in sweeps, but I absolutely wouldn't be surprised if it's next week, even later next week before we have paternity answers. Steffy ignores her dad's warnings and tells Daphne to gun hard for Carter, seduce him away from Hope ASAP so they can get Forrester Creations back. And Daphne has already caught Carter's eye, so this kind of feels like shooting fish in a barrel. Hope is busy smooching Carter in the CEO office as this week closes down, but she's going to make herself scarce so he can work with Daphne because, of course, Hope has no idea what a threat the French woman is to her relationship, to the future of Hope for the future, and any future that Hope is hoping to have with Carter and at Forrester Creations. And I'm wondering if Finn will circle back around to Lee or keep quiet about his suspicions until he has firm proof. Going into the week of February 3rd through the 7th, Steffi's keeping Hope on edge and distracted, so her eyes are on her, not Daphne and Carter. Expect more of Steffi snarking about Ridge and Taylor's newfound happiness with Brooke out of the way. Anything that will keep Hope amped up and her eyes on her. Another big thing to watch for is whether Brooke will be in the CEO office getting in Daphne's way as she's trying to seduce Carter, or is Brooke going to be so sad that she's working from home or offsite doing meetings to clear the path for Daphne to work on Carter? Because if anybody would smell a seduction scheme happening, it would be Brooke Logan. She knows a thing or two about how to steal a man. Carter's ego apparently needs a lot of stroking, and Hope may not be woman enough to keep his eyes on just her. Some quick comings and goings info. Ted King isn't sticking around too long as Jack. Ted said he only filmed a handful of episodes, so I expect him to exit during sweeps. But since he did post a photo on set mid-January, hopefully we'll have more of Jack in this next week. I would love to see a conversation with Jack and Finn about Poppy, because nobody would understand sketchy, inappropriate sex stuff that will infuriate Lee Finnegan quite like Jack Finnegan does. So Finn may need to talk to his dad. Bill's time is running out on 3 fronts. We've got Liam and Will on 2 of those fronts. They're both suspicious about their dad's behavior, and now that Finn suspects he might have a bouncing and murderous baby girl he never knew was his, it sure seems like he would head to prison and find out Luna is not there, and Finn may call Jack to find out where she's at and what happened. Ridge and Taylor are happy playing house over at Eric's place, which I'm sure rubs Donna the wrong way, but I am waiting for them to do as Ridge promised and take over the Malibu house, which would force B&B to finally explain where the heck is RJ, because that's where he's supposed to be living.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.